Hello, 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 all my beasties and lovelies. How are you? I have missed you all. I know, I was MIA. How's everybody doing? And say hi to everyone that's here. Will Call, how are you? Hi, A Highway Star, haven't seen ya. Texas Mama, Croc. Paul, how are you, Paul? Johnny, how's everybody doing tonight? Oh, there is much to talk about. There is much. There is much. So, hey, JMK. Roll call. Yay. Everybody's here. I'll give it a few minutes before I kind of jump in to some of the interesting occurrences and what's going to happen real soon. Peterson, how are you? Joe Fireball, what are we drinking tonight? You and I haven't had a good alcoholic discussion in a while. We haven't. We're all set to do so. So, give everyone a couple minutes since I went live a few minutes early. If you hear really loud noises outside, they're installing security cameras. Why is someone drilling security cameras into the brick of my residence at 7:45 at night? I mean, like I can't necessarily say why this exact time. I don't know why this was a good time to do it, but they kind of have to go up. Darth, how are you? I haven't seen you. Darth, I've missed you. How are you, darling? JMK, all of you guys. I've missed everybody. Why does it look like Twitch in here? I don't know. But I will be back on camera tomorrow. I will be back on camera tomorrow. The room I am currently hiding in, yeah, I can't be on camera in this room. Nigel! Hello. Darth, what are these crowns? So apparently YouTube got bored and decided that, like, now you guys, Sandy, I see you. I need to address you in one moment, so I'm gonna pull you up so I can address you. The crowns, you guys essentially can fight for like top spot, my attention. I don't know. You get points for interacting. But. First things first. Sandy, the reason I said I got to address you before I forget, I will be in Indianapolis next Sunday, Monday. I am not sure yet what time, but I'm only going to be there for about 24 hours. I will make those times. I'll find those out in the morning. And then when I find out when, I will let you know when I will be in Indy. So that. I'm flying out to Indy, sometime Sunday, and then I'm coming back Monday night. I'm only going to be there for 24 hours. Yeah, D. Peterson, definitely go shopping before tomorrow. Ben, how are you? I have missed you too. I've missed you all. We have lots to talk about. So Sandy, there's that. Okay. Link, yeah, I can opt out. I don't know. Link, I got to try to figure it out. It popped up, and quite honestly, at this exact second, it wasn't the top of my list of stupid that I have to deal with. If things there are some changes because I've been gone for a while. Just FYI, I will probably lose my monetization next week after. I don't know how that applies to memberships or any of that right now. Because I had to take some time off. I dropped below my 4,000 hours. So I have to do a whole bunch more streaming, and then they'll give me the monetization back, whatever. But then those will come back. So if you see things come and go, that's why it's fine. I didn't get in trouble. My tiny chihuahua life, hello. So where shall we start? Okay, one in the chat if you want to start with the funny story that happened to Loki and would only happen to Loki and became the world's biggest full circle blast from the past, end up in court I didn't know I needed. Two, the lawsuit that, if somebody gets their way, may end up on something like Law Talk with Mike, because there's that's happening, or life. So, I don't know where we're going to start. Where should we start here? Where shall we start? Okay. Okay. So chat. Some of you have been here for a really long time, and this thing happened a really long time ago. So first things first, I need chat to tell me, do you remember um my incident with Captain Happy getting arrested in my backyard? Hmm. Captain Happy getting arrested in the backyard. Who remembers that? Or do I have to go, hey, Savage Savant? Or do I have to very quickly go through a rundown of Captain Happy's getting his arrest? Paul, you don't. Okay. Highway Star, you're not familiar. Okay, so we're gonna go back. Um, Dottie. So some people remember, some do not. It was a time when I actually, was like the very, very start of my channel. Okay, we'll go with the quick overview. Very start of my channel. It was still when I was essentially running and assisting they who shall not be named, because I just ate and I don't want to be nauseous thinking about it, in their channel. So I was in New Orleans. My mother was at my house in Pennsylvania, and I got a phone call that said, honey, and I've told this before, my mom is very proper, does not curse. Twins at Cardigan Pearls, 1950s housewife. JMK, it's during the Fishbees era. So she called me that she had been at my house and she was washing dishes and looked out my window right over my sink into my backyard and saw a gentleman, naked as the day he was born, laying on his back in the middle of my yard at 11 o'clock in the morning, playing with his bait and tackle, just going to town in the backyard. And my mom did not know what to do and was very distressed by this random person. So police were called, and the funny, the whole funny thing, the dispatchers were like, yeah, I'm sure he'll be done by the time the police get there. No, he wasn't. Like 30 minutes later, he was still going at it at 11 o'clock in the middle of my yard. Okay, no clue who the person is. And my poor mother is very flustered because, it is all 1950s. Oh my. And she just flustered. And the police officers were standing there, and they yelled at him. And he immediately just rolled over face down and put his arms out and proned at him like, oh, we've been arrested before. We know what we're doing. Oh, we know what we're doing. So he was arrested and taken to jail. As you know, I have little people. Highway Store. He and his he and his best friend were naked, having some fun time that you would probably generally hear on like a Law Talk with Mike stream that some idiot was doing in public, like something that would belong on one of Mike's naughty adventures or something, I don't even know, in the middle of my backyard at 11 o'clock in the damn morning. So he was arrested, and I got very upset after with the whole thing. He was a convicted sex offender. He was a registered offender against children the same age as my daughter. So I was not happy, especially since none of my neighbors at the time had kids. And the house, the yard he magically appeared in was the only one that had like a little girl's playhouse and a sandbox and stuff in the back. That. He wasn't even from this county, and he just quote unquote randomly picked. I was like, yeah, that's convenient that you're a Megan's Law offender and you're in the only place that has kid stuff. Hey, W2 report. So Savage Spawn, I'm going to leave this up here for a minute, okay? So Um, hey Nigel, Nigel, I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow. You'll see lots and lots and lots of me. So we go to court, and he was charged with criminal trespass, indecent exposure, public lewdness, lewd and lascivious behavior, corruption of minors because small people in house, and a whole bunch of things. And 24 hours after he was arrested at my house, he was arrested almost 4 hours away from me for felon in possession of a firearm, misidentifying them, like refusal to ID to police, and a police chase. So somehow they just let him out on a recognizance bond. Revolving door. He was not even in custody more than like 2 hours. And they claim he didn't have the firearm on him, and he was homeless. So, you know what? Yeah, either someone's really bad at searching things or he picked it up from somewhere. So they got him. He was in another county, literally like hours away. So there was a whole back and forth because he kept refusing to come to court, which I found funny because you're in the county jail, and I guess the county, they were like, you have court today. And he was like, no. And for some reason, the jailers were like, okay, judge, he just doesn't want to go. After the second time, the judge was like, put him in handcuffs and drag him if you have to. He's going to need to come down to court. You can't just, no, I'm not leaving my room. So, Savage Savant, Ben, don't worry about that just yet. So, go through this whole thing. Ultimately, they dismiss almost 100 or plead down almost every one of my charges so that all he got charged with for being in my yard, doing what he was doing with kids in the house, was indecent exposure, criminal trespass. That's it. They said he had some mental health issues, some substance abuse issues. Yes, they recognized that he was an offender, but because my daughter was in the house, not outside, they didn't, none of that. They just let it go. And I fought with the prosecuting DA over it, and their answer was the other county that has him has higher charges because he's a felon in possession of a firearm. Those are higher charges. Anything we give is going to run concurrent, and he's going to be out there. So he was trespassed, told he can't come within 100 feet of my house, all that stuff, and was sent out there. And I wasn't happy about it, but oh well, what's done is done. So I got a phone call. He got charged and all of that. Hey, I was, sir. I'll see you soon. I got a phone call that said, hey, he's being released from jail about 9 months ago. And because of the whole incident, they had to tell me he was being released from jail because they'd only given him like 2 years. So that plus good time plus whatever, he was out. But they said, you don't have to worry too much. He is being taken to the state-run mental health facility. At this point, there's a question of competency with some things, whatever. So he is going to the state mental health facility. But the state mental health facility does not have to tell you, right, when they release him. So I wasn't real thrilled. But that was that, and that was about 9 months ago. So here's where the fun. Ben, don't just don't worry about those errant thoughts. Don't worry, I got you all. I got you. So about a week and a half ago, somebody in the neighborhood, in the little neighborhood group, posts online that there is and I quote, a naked adult man in his underoos wearing a hot pink backpack walking around. And this woman posted that The naked man in his underoos and a hot pink backpack approached her husband and their dog at 5:30 in the morning, screaming nonsensical things. You're so and so's dad, just screaming things. And her response was, my husband politely disengaged and walked away. My first thought was, oh shit, Spencer's back, because that's the guy's name. And it does not matter that I'm telling you his name at this point. So I'm like, oh crap, he's back, because it met the general description. And how many idiots are going to walk around naked in underoos and a backpack at 5:30 in the morning? I got questions, but okay. I mean, I saw so many questions, but it's fine. So I'm like, let me, for my own peace of mind, just go to the state sex offender registry, right? Because it'll tell me where he is. It'll tell me if he's in custody, where he's not on the sex offender registry. Which was a bit upsetting because he's a lifetime registrant. So then Loki starts down the rabbit hole, and Loki's like, hey, maybe he's in jail again. I checked the state inmate locator. No, he's not on that. So then I'm real upset here because is my man wandering around? Like, what is going on? So then I made the mistake. Oh, then I made this mistake. I decided I was going to Google him. Right? This sounds like an absolutely fantastic idea. Loki should not, the good idea fairy here. The good idea fairy struck. So, I can't find him, right? So we're going to Google him because that's what we do. Well, my friends, we found him. This was who was in my yard. Mr. Spencer Kirtland Castle. And as you can see, this is why Mr. Castle was no longer on my registry. There's Spencer. This is what was naked in my yard. A convicted sex offender from Michigan. Serving time in PA, was killed in a fight with another inmate at the state correctional institution in Camp Hill, officials said. Wednesday, January 29th. Spencer Curtin Castle was assaulted in the rec yard despite immediate life-saving efforts by prison staff in Lower Allen EMS. He was pronounced dead at 8:51, according to their superintendent. He was serving a 1 to 2 year sentence for aggravated assault. He arrived at the prison on December 9th. I mean, so like, my man did not make it 2 whole months before he was, oops. So the Jackson, Michigan native was registered Tier 1 sex offender. He was convicted in 2017 in Michigan for accosting with immoral purposes, and it was a young child. PSP is investigating. Cumberland County coroners will discuss the official cause of death. Blah, 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 blah. So, if you're me, again, you're like, well, intrusive thoughts, right? Loki has intrusive thoughts. We all know this. And I cannot, in good conscience, with my intrusive thoughts, I don't want to do this. Oh no. Hold on. What is this? I gotta do this. Okay, let's do this way. Hold on. Don't worry. This is funny. Just give me 1 second. I gotta switch this back. Share my screen. I hate that they change things. So he didn't even make it 2 months. Oh, Paul, this isn't depressing. It's actually really, really funny. But I'm sorry you're not feeling well, darling. I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah, so Spencer, he was stabbed 26 times with a pen. He was stabbed to death 26 times with a pen by this other inmate. And then the other inmate jumped on his head, and I quote, in an attempt to crack it open like a coconut because he got bad vibes from him and wanted to see what was inside. So, I don't have to worry about the chomo anymore. Then it was a flaccid pen because in Pennsylvania they get like bendy pens. They're not allowed to have hard plastic. Yeah, he stabbed him like 26 times in the head and neck with a pen. They were the only two people in the rec yard. And then he jumped on his head till he cracked the skull. Oops. So he's dead. And I no longer have to worry. Yep. The only other like interesting part of this is the guy that did the Lord's work over there got rid of him. I am busy. Hold on, guys. Guys, I'll be back in 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry, small person screaming. So, yeah. So the only other thing to note is the man that did the Lord's work with it, the guy in the pen, he's apparently a suspected serial killer. So, the serial killer got the sex offender. Yep. See, Savage, you said wood chipper, and I said, I got you. I don't have to worry about him anymore. But yes, that is what happened. That is what happened to the backyard boinker. Yes, the sex offender was murdered by the serial killer. Yeah, Darth, I can't. And if you would like to look up Mr. Spencer Cassel, Kassel, you can find all the details of his sordid life and demise, courtesy of the voodoo believing serial killer, which was its own, I don't even know. But yeah, so there you go. Happy news. Only in my world does the sex offender from my backyard get murked by a serial killer randomly in jail. Great. Yeah, but I don't have to worry about it. Although I am slightly concerned about like the person impersonating Dora the Explorer in their underoos walking around at 6 a.m. But hey, it's all good. So that is the thing. There you guys go. There, yeah. Yep. No, Darth, can't make that one up. When I Googled that, I almost died of laughter because I was like, my man. Okay, great. So that, what else is going on? Tomorrow I will cover, yes, we all take blessings in 2025, even the dark ones. Yes, Savage Spot. Tomorrow we are going to talk about a couple different things. I have started a nonprofit, and I will let you in on the nonprofit. It is up and live and running. And then I will let you in a little bit on what's been going on because I am going to be traveling to Florida for a few days to the Cleveland Clinic branch campus to schedule some surgery. And then, what was the other one? Oh, yes. I made one of my contractors rage quit in court. So now we have another hearing and we're trying to get Zoom access because it'll be funny. It will be fun if I can get Zoom access to the contractor who has already rage quit once. But yeah, Ben, sounds interesting. Yeah, we will talk all about the nonprofit tomorrow, but I wanted to pop on and check in. I will be here tomorrow, middle of the day. Well, my small people are at camp, so nobody's screaming at me. And we will talk about all of those things, and I will be back on screen, and you can see my lovely face. And I love you all, and thank you all for showing up and supporting me and always being there for me. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I love you. I will pop that time up in about 10 minutes, and I will see you guys then. Okay? Good night, guys.